This second part of the movie tutorial shows how to define the regions of a scenario. As you can see, we have the two different maps. If you want, you can move them to center them, and you can also scale them. To move a map means you need to select Adjust Map, and you click on the map and you just drag it to the position you want to have it. If you want to scale the map, you can use your mouse wheel. In this example, the two maps were prepared in the way that they have exactly the same size. Now we would like to add regions to this map. Therefore, we need to select Update Region. Let's change the transparency and we add the first map. So I will just call it Region 1. It's controlled by local player 1, and you define the boundaries of the region by simply clicking on the game board. If you want, you can move the points you defined around to make it really matching the boundary of the simplified geographical map. For each region you can define the population there. The terrain type is currently not implemented, and you remember we added 3 different resources to our scenario, and for each of these 3 resources you can now define the supply and the demand for this currently defined region. So all of these units are artificial units. So let's say this region generates a supply of 5 water and 2 food per round and no oil. And this region has a demand of 10 water and 10 food each round. So this means that the population of this region is not satisfied because there are 5 artificial units of water missing and 8 artificial units of food. You can also define the security level of this region, the defense capability, and how the people in this region support the international player. I will explain the impact of these 3 input fields later on. For now, I would like to have a second region edited. It also belongs to the local player. Call it Region 2. So let's say by mistake you make this region bigger than required. By using the right mouse button you can delete a point you defined. And of course you can start all over again if you want. And you can still move the points around to make it exactly looking like you want to have this region defined. As you can see, I completely defined the regions for our scenario. So I added these regions to the local 1. These regions belong to the player local 2. Then we have 2 small regions. They are belonging to the international player 1 and 2. We have 3 areas belonging to the local terrorist. And I also defined these gray regions, which are defined as regions, but they do not belong to any player. So this is an example of a region which is defined. It's not controlled, and if you want, you can define this region as well. You can add population to this region, you can add supply to this region, and demand whatever you want. Each player who has the option control a region can in the gameplay move into a region which is not controlled by any player and takes over the control of this region. There are some requirements for this action. I will explain it later on. So now that we have defined the scenario name, the description, all the maps for the scenario, as well as the resources and the players, and we have defined all the regions and the specifications for the regions, we can move on and continue defining the units.